My daddy got killed. He got murdered when I was 1 year old. I was raised by my mother. We was very poor. We didn't have transportation. A lot of time we didn't have food. Steve pulled up one day, I think I was in the 6th grade. He asked us, did we want to go to church and shoot a little basketball, get something to eat afterwards? And I was like, yeah, that sounds like fun. And gave us a little word after he got through, and then he took me home. And then that's how I first was introduced to Emerald. Emerald started showing me who I am, showing me things about people that care about you, people that's here to help you. So it kind of really drew me to Steve a lot. A man in my life that I felt like cared about me. It was a big impact in my life playing sports at Fulton High School, especially with the coaches and things. I know I had talents and gifts, but it can only take you so far without a work ethic. So it made me want to just work, continue to get better. I started seeing that I could be something in life. One of the earliest memories of Jody Wright, when I first met him, he gave me a Bible. So that showed me that he was more concerned about my salvation more than he was the sport. I graduated from Fulton High School. I went on and went to Hiwassee College. I kind of was by myself again, this alone. Now I don't have this support. Now I'm not involved in the foundation in Emerald. So I started kind of veering back off into the other end. Smoking marijuana, I started hanging out, messing with females, and I started not taking school serious. I went home on one of my summer breaks when I was seeing all the other college kids had vehicles and cars, so I decided to start selling drugs. And then at that time, while I was doing that, I got busted. And then that's how I ended up not being at Hiwassee College no more. When I came back, I felt like I disappointed Steve, the people that was in my life that was helping me at the time. I felt like I disappointed them, so I ran from them. One thing about sin, it makes you don't want to be around positive people or people that's doing right or doing the right thing. So as time kept progressing, I kept getting weaker and weaker, and I started getting more involved in the streets again. I became one of the biggest drug dealers in Knoxville, Tennessee at the time. Eventually, it led me again into getting caught by the police. I ended up getting 10 years, and I served 4 years on that 10. And during that time, God started revealing a purpose in me. It was bad what happened, but it showed me what God's plan was for my life. And I started preaching while I was in prison. I ended up with my own ministry in prison. I was really starting to find my purpose. And when you find your purpose, you get this joy. You're doing something for God. You know, you helping somebody, and it don't nothing feel no better than helping someone. I got my barber license in 2002. Barbering was real big in prison. So I sent my barber license to the warden. So now I was able to not be locked down a lot. I was able to go around and cut hair. When I got back out, after I got incarcerated that last time, I moved to Gam's barbershop because I felt like that's where God was sending me to go. Gam was always a positive role model in my life as well. So it was something good for me to be around a person like Gam because he has a lot of things that I want to do in life as far as entrepreneurship and the stability that he has and the focus that he has. It gave me more this motivation that I wanted to just continue to keep doing what I was doing and staying on the path that I'm on. Things happen for a reason, and what was meant for the bad will work out for the good for those who love Jesus Christ and who is called according to his purpose. If I wouldn't have never went through Emerald Avenue, if God wouldn't have put people like Steve Diggs and Jody Wright in my life, I feel like I would have gave up a long time ago. It gave me a reason to want to keep going. It gave me a reason to want to live.